Red Band coming to you from the world-famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? Happy Monday. Fuck yeah. Some of you are stoned as fuck. Some of you are reactive. I could tell who's who. I'm guessing you two are stoned as fuck. Am I right? Fuck yeah. Can't even believe. How did I know? Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday to you. I believe this is episode 37 of Kill Tony. Happy to be here. Another Monday in a row. A lot of fun stuff happening. I just finalized everything today. We are going to the La Jolla Comedy Store on March 1st for the first ever Kill Tony on the road. It's happening. 6 p.m. La Jolla Comedy Store.
Yeah.
We set a record. Actually, I believe it's a record. 39 people signed up tonight for the opportunity to do a minute and chat with us and our very, very hilarious guests that we're going to bring out in a sec. What's happening with you, Brian Red Band?
Nothing. A little disappointed. My masseuse is not here. I invited this nice little 20-year-old Korean.
20?
I think so.
How could she not get into the Comedy Store if she's 20?
Well, I got her an ID.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like Asians, not better than even go there. But yeah, a lot easier for them to get fake IDs. I found out. Not going there. I just said too much.
Oh, because they all look the same.
No, I didn't say that. But it was really easy to do. It's amazing.
That's so sad that your masseuse couldn't make it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Hopefully this story will end up having a happy ending. Maybe she'll end up being here.
Pitch that one right to you.
Exactly. Set it up, I'll knock him down.
We should bring up a friend of the show, friend of Death Squad, Missy Martinez, has been in the hospital for the last 4 or 5 days. She has a gland infection in her mouth. Her face is all fucked up. She looks like a chipmunk.
So hit up her Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
Throw her some love.
Buy her something. Put in her.
She made her stand-up debut on this show and killed. She's been on twice, and she's destroyed both times.
Yeah.
I remember very specifically.
But,
So shout out to Missy X Martinez.
Twitter.
Always cool, fun person. What else? I had a big audition today that I can't talk about, and it went
exciting though.
And it went so well.
But you know what might happen though? We can't talk about what it is, but if you get this, we're gonna have to figure out what's going on with Kill Tony. We're gonna have to
figure out everything.
We're gonna have to have a Tony replacement.
Well, if this thing happens, Kill Tony is going to be bigger than ever. We could do.
Eventually, it will be. Yeah.
We're going to be at the Staples Center. Sorry, Monday Night Raw. You're going to have to go to the Forum. Kill Tony's at the Staples Center this Monday.
Yeah, that's very exciting. I can't wait to. Like March. We could probably talk about it. Maybe.
Yeah, I have 2 months until the callback for this thing, and so I have 2 months to prepare. But if I get it, man, it's fucking game over.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's the craziest thing. If anybody that knows me knows how braggadocious I am and how badly I want to talk about what I did today is unbelievable. But I can't talk about it. That's how the universe works. You finally do something so cool that it makes your head want to explode and you can't even fucking talk about it. It's insane. Anyway, I'm happy how things are now. I'm content even if I don't get it because I have so much fun here on Monday nights. And, for those of you that follow the show, a few weeks ago, our head of security for 34 episodes, the Iron Patriot, quit the show. Said he got too big for the show, that when Comedy Central wants to have the show, that he'll come back, that he'll be waiting by the phone. But until then, he quit the show. And so what we decided was that we were going to start having replacement Iron Patriots each week. We had the Iron Josh, we had the Iron Patriot, our friend Pete, and this week's no different. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you our first ever African-American Patriot. It's the Dark Patriot, everybody! Threw out the beams. Here he is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Heck yeah, the Dark Patriot.
Happy Black History Month.
Yes, that's exactly it. It's Black History Month. How you doing today, Dark Patriot?
I feel swell.
Now, did you take the bus here? The Iron Patriot used to take the bus here because he had a big uniform that he couldn't sit down in.
I decided to ride with Ryan Mervis.
Oh, interesting. A little bit of an inside reference. Mervis is, you remember Mervis as the stand-in Patriot, the backup Patriot. From
Is that me?
Probably. And you have a bigger microphone than most Patriots.
Our first African American Patriots bringing the feedback. And I absolutely love how your fro sticks out of the top of the helmet. I mean, if the original Iron Patriot with his racist antics was still here, I think he would literally blow a fuse.
Is that really how long your arms are? Because you're like, your arms are almost touching your knees. That's like really freaking me out.
I'm the NBA version of the Iron Patriot.
Well, it really is unfucking believable.
How is that possible? No way.
What is that optical illusion that's taking place right now?
That is so...
Do you have really long arms, Willie?
Yes.
I mean, Dark Patriot? Almost gave it away, almost, huh?
I just have very long limbs.
Wow, fuck yeah. I like African American Patriots.
Thank you.
Now, one of the things that the Iron Patriot used to do is he would sing a song once in a while, and you actually sent in a little diddly to us. Was there something you wanted to sing tonight?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, are you ready? We'll hit the music for you.
Hit it, Maestro.
All right. Let's see what this is. A Dark Patriot special. Oh shit. Oh. It's doing the classic. Very mobile. Oh, I guess this is the instrumental version of this song.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie. Like it. Said, never mind what you do with me. I am the one. On the dance, on the floor, and around. She says, I am the one. On the dance, on the floor, and around. I like this part right here. People always tell me, they tell me what to do. They go around breaking young girls' hearts.
I don't think you're...
And mama always tell me, don't tell me what you do.
Starts right now. People always told me, be careful what you do.
And mother always told me, be careful who you love. Be careful what...
Dark Patriot, ladies and gentlemen. Gave it a hell of an effort.
It's such a long version.
That is a long version.
I was not expecting that. But I stuck with it, though.
I love it. You're damn right. You stayed in the pocket. That YouTube version of that karaoke song was a little misleading.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. But hell of an effort. One more time for the Dark Patriot. Well, amazingly enough, the format of the show isn't even about our head of security. That's just an added bonus. What we really have here is a bunch of comedians that signed up for the chance to do a minute on the stage, and I always have two of my very funniest friends join me to help me along with that process. This week is no different. Two of our favorite guests that we've ever had on the show. Two of the funniest comedians that I know. Put your hands together for Mike Lawrence and Fahim Anwar, everybody. Fuck yeah.
Oh, man.
Mike, you're back. Fahim.
Thank you. Give it up for Tyler Perry's Tron, everybody. I love the fro because it looks like what Maya Angelou would look like if she was wearing that. I know why the Iron Bird sings.
Thank you, Mike.
I appreciate that. Oh, God. I've worked at McDonald's for 7 years, so every time he talks, it just sounds like an angry customer to me.
Or customers robbing your McDonald's.
Easy there. It's funny too. Every time you call him Dark Patriot, it just gets slightly more racist. Like
Right.
every time you say the word Dark Patriot, that's one more time you have to go see Ride Along. Just so you know.
Is that how it works?
It's already better than the old one. The old one, man, I saw the old one walking here, and it might have been one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Like walking on the freeway. That's like the two iconic LA moments are someone face up drowning in a pool, and a guy in an Iron Patriot suit walking at 7:30 p.m. Like as beautiful as the sunset is, that's how ugly he was walking here.
Yeah, it's always a very sad waddle that he put on.
Oh yeah, it's really sad.
I've had so many requests on Twitter to have you guys back on. I'm so glad that.
Two.
So glad.
Two
you guys
requests.
They were from
They
our
were, they were,
fake
they were from you guys. Dark Patriot, do you have any questions for our guest tonight? Classic Patriot tradition is.
Are you prepared for this? I do.
Is this Dick talking? Because I think that's or is the
So
extra
it's in the voice box. Mike, I didn't know that you started comedy very young. How old were you? Can you tell the audience?
I'm 31.
Well, that surprised me. One, thank you.
And can you
Congratulations.
tell me why the Iron Patriot wears Nike shoes? I thought he was more of a Reebok guy. But
I'm endorsed by Nike.
okay.
But how long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
8 years?
That's it?
Yeah.
Wikipedia lied because it said you started when you were 15.
No, I didn't.
I think you looked up a different Mike Lawrence.
Yeah.
Is there another Mike Lawrence in
I
comedy?
think he's using the Wikipedia interface in his machine right now, and it's giving him false information.
That's
I apologize.
That was a good question. Do you have one for Fahim?
I do. Fahim, you dance a lot. What do you think of my performance, what I just did with Michael Jackson?
I mean, you're limited with space, so you did good with what you had. I like the
Thank you.
hand movements. You jumped in a little early, I believe.
It turns out prescription medicine saved him from having to see that, so the medicine did work.
What
I'll give it a
prescription medicine?
That Michael Jackson overdosed on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. MJ would be rolling in his grave.
Was that too obscure of a reference to how
No.
Michael Jackson
There are
died?
Michael Jackson fans out there.
Yeah.
It's true. You're like the iron pedophile up here. It's great. It's fantastic.
That's why it was funny when you were like, I've got this gig and I can't talk about it, it's gonna happen.
No,
I was
I
like,
know.
defense attorney for Woody Allen? Like what?
Hoping so. If I get that gig as Woody Allen's defense, I mean, that's just a career change.
Because the prosecutor has the easiest job. He literally just has to go, look at him. I'm done.
I know, that really is interesting to me. Like, I always think, maybe Woody Allen, maybe the wife's lying, maybe that's just a way to get back at him for hooking up with the Asian, but then you look at a picture, an HD picture of Woody Allen, and you're just like, this guy's a fucking pedophile.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad. If he gave the opportunities to Asian women in films that he does in closets, I feel like the world would be a better place. That's great. Everyone just sighed, but then like one person ripped up their notes like, fuck. It begins.
Oh, your pussy, it's so great. I mean, this could just imagine Woody Allen just talking to like a little kid's voice. Like, oh, never mind.
His wife's like, when will this be over? And he's like, soon, ye. Soon.
That is awesome. Well, you guys know how the show goes. We have a bunch of comedians that signed up for the chance to do
Please
1
tell me
minute.
Henry Rollins is getting on. I fucking love your early works.
There is a guy that looks exactly like Henry Rollins that comes by here sometimes, and it's just some coked up doppelganger, but it's really interesting to... I've seen people just... Was that you? Somebody bet you $20 that wasn't Henry Rollins, and you took it? They had to give you...
What is that on your? Is that Frankenberry on your arm? What is that tattoo?
Oh, it's for my daughter. It's a monkey.
He's like, respond to that, motherfucker. Human
Yeah.
love and affection. Let's see what you do
And
now.
while he showed it, he also flexed his bicep, like, do you really want to fuck with this tattoo?
And then afterwards, he's like, it actually is Frankenberry. And I'm like, why did you say this for your daughter? Because I'm a liar.
Well, guys, you guys get to do 60 seconds if you're picked. You know that your 60 seconds is up when you hear the meow of the kitty. Oh, how adorable. That means your time's up. Don't go much longer after that, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Yikes.
Has that gotten more intense than last time? I don't recall it.
Yeah, it definitely did. That
Even though
bear,
that West Hollywood bear is legally able to get married now, he's still angry.
it's actually angrier for some reason. It's very bizarre. So let's do it. You guys ready? Get this thing started. Episode 37 of Kill Tony. 39 people signed up. Our first ever African American patriot. This is exciting. And your first comedian is Brad Sachs.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Last year was good for me. I got engaged to be married. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who else fucked up their life last year? Just me? Yeah, I said to my fiance, hey, can we make a sex tape before we get married? She was like, absolutely. Who's going to play you? Like, she's casting. Yeah. I've been engaged for a year now, and I remember I love to see my fiance. About a year ago, you know. Now, 1 year later, if I'm driving home and I get home like tonight and her car's there, I'll just keep driving. Just around the block, guys. Thank you. No, thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's awesome. Just like the haircut and the anger. It's like you look like a music teacher who really fucking hates their job. Like someone fucking plays the trombone one more time, heads is gonna roll. Like,
What was it? Angry? Was it?
yeah, I mean, it went from jokes to you just really hate your fiance and what your life has become. Like,
Probably not get married.
Does she listen to podcasts?
I hope not.
She's like, we're a year in. Just a year.
No, it's not that bad. Sometimes.
Right.
It sounds horrendous, man. What are you doing? What are you talking
dude,
about?
she's willing.
Yeah, it wasn't even that way. The last thing you said wasn't even a joke. You were just venting anger.
Part of it feels like
If she's willing to marry Art Garfunkel, maybe you should cut her some
Maybe I should
slack.
reconsider.
Wait, is this a girl that you met in Ohio, then you came out here with her? And she
Oh
could
no.
do-
He's like, I go to the open mics to make fun of her, and she goes to her Narcotics Anonymous meetings to make fun of me, and that's how we stay together.
So how long have you been dating her?
We've been dating over 4 years. I've known her about 4.5, 5 years.
How long have you been in LA?
I've been here going on 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
Okay. Why are you engaged to her?
No, it's a good. Love?
Really?
No, it is.
Good
Yeah.
save, buddy.
No.
He's like, why are they questioning the hate speech I just speak?
Yeah, why would
Hitler,
you-
why
why would you
exactly
ask
do
these
you hate the
questions?
Jews? Well, sometimes they smell.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I do love her. She's wonderful, and she's been wonderful for my life. You
It
know?
really is
But-
like a Hitler situation. Like, I feel like if we pulled Hitler out of this bucket, pre-Holocaust, he would just do material about how, I'm not saying I hate the Jews, but I'm saying that when I see one, I just drive around the block for a few more times before I go in.
I mean, she's willing to take the last name Sachs. I would not judge her so harshly.
And if you're watching this at home, you can't tell because the camera's like behind you, but you were winking at us when you said that you loved her and everything.
That wasn't a wink. That was a scratch. That was a.
She's at her job waitressing at Denny's right now going, Brad loves me, and that keeps me going on. Like, that fucking bitch. Her vagina is an abyss, and I'm Sandra Bullock trying to get home in it. Fucking.
I have a question.
Yes, sir, Tony.
Do you really, really think that you should marry this chick, or do you think that you won't have another chance to get somebody as cute as she is?
Or did you get...
No, that's
Serious question. It's not meant to be
Legit
funny. That
question,
little
legit.
blonde cokehead girl. Just relax.
No, I mean, I think I could find someone else for sure. Big city, LA, and everything. But I question if marriage is for me. I just don't know if it's
scared.
If it's for me. It's just not for me. I'm
Have you
being
talked
honest
to her
with
about
myself.
this?
Not really.
So you're just gonna...
What? There's nothing wrong with that. If it's nice, it's okay.
What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with it. They're about to.
What is her name? I want to save her.
I love that you didn't open mic the proposal, but you're already open micing the divorce.
Now, I mean, so do you have a date set for this wedding?
For the wedding? No, not a date. About a year. About 1 year. Probably
1 year from now.
1 year, probably in March, next March.
Right.
Did you just think of this?
No.
You thought about it.
Did I think about it
You
right
had the
now?
decision to marry her a year from now.
Does she speak English?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're engaged. I mean, I bought her a ring and everything.
Does she speak English?
She does speak English. Yeah.
Is her native country the United States?
She was born in L.A. right here in West L.A.
Oh, wait a second. I think I might know what it is. Is she the sugar mama?
No, I mean, she does better. She does a little better than
Is
me.
she supporting you doing stand-up?
No, I mean she.
You have absolutely got to dump this bitch. Absolutely, no doubt about it. I'm telling you right now.
No.
He doesn't
What
really.
did she
He
say?
doesn't want him to do stand-up.
She's
No,
probably
she's-
sitting
she's
somewhere
very-
listening to this, crying her eyes.
This is probably what she says. I bet you go out there every night and you just talk about how you don't want to marry me. You're like, no, I do bits about Snuggies. And people like it.
Listen, she's very supportive. She is. I don't want to take up
she
all the
is.
time, man.
No, I will keep you up here the whole fucking
No, there's a lot of comics in the room.
Hey, this may be the longest relationship you're in, so let's. We're teaching you about commitment.
That's good. No, I truly think it's just hard. I don't think I just turned 40 and I'm like, there's just no way I can be with one woman for the rest of my life. I just don't think it's
You mean you can't be with one woman for the next 15 years?
right for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
If the one woman's gonna kill you in a few years, then I say it's probably not worth it.
You definitely need to talk to her about all this because.
You think so?
Why are we? This is not fucking Dr. Phil.
It's a great twist.
Yeah.
It's a great twist.
Does she have a temper?
You know what? She does not. She's so even-tempered and calm that that's the good part.
What's the most negative thing about her? What's the thing? When you're writing, because now all of a sudden you're backtracking and you're making. She's not gonna find out about this.
Did she like the Red Hot Chili Peppers Super Bowl performance? Because if she
that's a
did
good
leave
question.
her,
Yeah,
that's a deal breaker.
totally.
There's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what.
What's the best thing about
Wait,
her?
here's a good question. How many times a week do you have sex?
That's one of the things. There's not much sex going on.
Dude,
It's not. That's the problem. There's not. I'm more of a sexual person.
A sexual person.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
Look, there's. I don't.
Once a month?
Well, you know, it depends. It depends. Listen,
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my
Look,
God. Oh
this
my
is
God.
it's a complicated story. There's a lot. There's so much going on.
They already saved the date for when they have sex next. So that's good.
Next
I
March.
don't know. It's. I
Yes, that's what
don't want to take up all the time. I feel very guilty taking up all the comics.
I love that you
I
keep.
do.
I love that you keep trying to dismiss yourself right now. But this is great podcasting. I'm sorry to tell you.
So do you think you're going to do something very soon? I mean, because obviously you're telling me what kind of world about
You know what? I don't know. I'm not going to do anything. I don't want to. I'm not jeopardizing any. I'm just viewing my thoughts. That's all. I want to. I try to be honest. I mean, you come up here and on stage.
I love that.
You need to make yourself as vulnerable as you can, and I can't live my life if I can't be honest about my thoughts. You know.
The greatest thing would be if her name was in this book. If she was the Dark Patriot all along. Is that you, Patricia? Get out!
I've got some jokes. That's what she was saying.
Brad.
Yes.
Look.
What about his material? We should
Well, that's the thing. Is that either you really like her or you really don't.
Right. I mean, not. I do a lot of material that's not as. I mean, it's more funny than. Hey, I really hate my videos.
Constructively, one thing I will say is like, once we started scratching the surface and finding out what's really going on, that's far more interesting
Right.
than I go around the block, take my wife, please. Type
Yeah.
stuff,
Right.
You know,
Right.
This
For
is
sure.
real shit.
This is real shit.
that can be
Yeah.
mined for like,
Right.
better comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Just gotta find it funny about it.
It's more specific.
Really.
Specificity is better than just generalization.
And a lot of it was wired in there. I mean, a lot of it we talked about. You should be talking about how, you're barely getting laid once a month now, and you're not even married yet. And that's a premise that people can't cover. You're engaged, and you're barely getting laid.
Right.
Like,
or
that's
not enough. It varies, but
Right.
She- does she-
I gotcha. I'm sure
Here's the
you're.
thing, does she
I'm sure it stings knowing that tens of thousands of people are listening to this right now. But
Let me
shit, dude.
tens of tens. It's okay. Let me ask this. Does she make you happy? Are you happy when you're with her?
Look, she really does. She's
Well,
an
here's the
amazing,
thing: comedy
she's an
never
ama-
will. Comedy
Right.
will never
I
make
know
you.
that.
I'm engaged, man, because this will never fucking fulfill you. You'll always be sad and angry and depressed, and you got somebody that loves you. So try to fucking make it work.
I totally agree with that. She's
I wanted to see what
amazing.
he would do if
Yeah.
he clapped. I
yeah,
just
the
think he'll fall
Patriot
down.
would clap, and it would start an electrical fire. So.
What if one tear just comes out of the front of the face?
Does she not have enough penis for you, maybe?
Enough what?
Ooh, the gay twist.
Oh no, I'm straight. I'm straight. But
Brad, I would delve into all that real stuff a lot more. There's a lot going on there.
yeah,
Instead of
Tons.
beating around the bush. Yeah, exactly. I would
Do
write
that.
down all the stuff that you don't want her to hear
Yeah.
right.
and make
Do
that
it,
shit funny.
And then have her
Right.
hear it before your wedding.
Okay.
And do that
like,
same
hey, I'd like to
60
fuck half of
second
Los
thing.
Angeles. What do
Yeah.
you think of that?
And do that
Okay.
same 60 seconds to your therapist tomorrow.
Right.
That's really good.
There he goes, Brad Sachs,
Thank you, guys.
everybody.
Thank
He's on
you.
Twitter at Brad Sachs, S-A-C-H-S. He's been on the show a few times. I'm also going to give out his fiance's Twitter handle. That's
Big booty, no sex.
That's why am I doing this at hotmail.com.
That's depressing because I've been in that situation. I dated a girl for 8 years and moved out here with her, and immediately when she, you move out here, you see all these beautiful women. So she gave me an ultimatum, like, look, we've been dating for 8 years. We got to do something now. And so we got engaged, and I just remember being in the same situation, like, I'm not going to do this. There was no difference between how I felt like a week ago till now. I'm not excited about this wedding at all. And I was like going to just go through with it, man. I was just going to do the same thing. I was just going to do it too because I didn't want to break up. It would be easier just to do it and get a divorce later.
And so, what is the deal with all these ugly people thinking like pretty people, all right? If someone accepts you, fucking take it because it may not happen again.
Yeah.
The portal will close.
Yeah.
All right?
But you can
The
also
landslide will bring you down.
But-
Just fucking go
but you can also say that every single ex-girlfriend usually is always an improvement over the girl from before. And if you ever go the opposite way, you're doing it wrong.
yeah, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
also
like-
realize that if you're 31-year-old bearded man with stained glasses and you say, I'm going to go see the Lego movie, and a girl says, that's cool, have fun, that is a glass slipper that will never appear again, and you better fucking put it on.
I'm almost 40, and this is who I was with last night.
Oh my God, Brian, you're like
See, that's why you don't get married.
You are the-
This right
you are the biggest 12-year-old I've ever hung out with.
here. By the
Is
way,
that
I
one
just
of
tried to
Woody
picture
Allen's
my
daughters?
sister, so.
Too soon. Your next comedian, everybody. Let's move along from this love story. Thanks a lot, Brad Sachs, for bringing your shitty relationship.
Yeah. Fuck.
Put your hands together for Teresa Sigmund.
His set was an argument you'd overhear at an Olive Garden.
Yes.
It's Teresa, but it doesn't matter. So you all know how kids are really honest, brutally honest. So my son overheard me practicing. I was practicing. I worked for a lawyer. I was practicing oral argument, and he's asking me, "Mommy, who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Nobody. Why, baby? Who are you talking?" "Yeah, I'm preparing for oral argument. You remember, Mommy works for a lawyer." He's like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Acting." Okay. A couple of weeks later, our guests from Europe come. And we're like, running the sightseeing, and there's some homeless guy going off on somebody. And my son goes, "Mommy, he's acting like you!" I'm like, what? He's doing the acting! And the European friends are like, what? There's this homeless guy going completely crazy, and my son compares me to that. I'm like, no, there's no acting. And the guests are like, what are you doing? And I don't want them to know for private reasons. I don't want them to know I'm doing this whole lawyer thing. So I'm like, I'm doing acting now. And then like, look at me, acting? It's like acting like being the homeless guy was a lot less worse than doing acting. You know, I thought I just got away. Anyway, so then people from
Oh, there's a wow. I'm pretty sure the bear just ate a horse. Shit.
Well, she teaches dance at the same school Brad teaches at music at, so that's good.
Yeah.
We're getting an episode of Glee tonight. This is nice.
Teresia, how do I? Can you talk into the mic? Heck yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up?
No, I'm here tonight because I bumped into this place. So.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
First time?
First
Well,
time.
people always say there's no funny Germans, and I just like to show that everybody's right.
That was the closest thing we've ever gotten to an apology for the Holocaust. That was
I don't go there with the Germans. We're very sorry about that. That is, it's funny to you.
awesome. Well, you're wearing some of their ashes on your scarf, so that's not
Actually, at our church, they were doing. I mean,
Are you, when you say our church, are you mispronouncing Auschwitz?
It was this coincidence that they were doing, and it's an American Adventist church. They were saying, they were praising, and I'm a Christian, they were praising, God. And I was just, I know, and I just thought, I'm a German, it's so ingrained in me not to do, and I just can't be doing my hand like that. Like not even, that is just not, like you can't see a German do that praising anything. So I was just not doing it. They looked at me like, what are you? I'm like, nah, not that part. The other thing, but no. So yes, no.
I give that joke 99 red love balloons out of 100.
Yes.
I love that. So, how long have you were born and raised in America?
No.
No way.
Germany for how long? How long have you been in LA?
5 years, 7 years.
Yeah, how about that?
There you
You
go.
are like a psychic with psychic
I
gold.
smell my own.
Yeah,
What?
What?
he knows a lot about European ladies.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he wish.
Have you ever been to Red Lion?
What?
What?
VAT, VAT.
Okay, how do you pronounce Wilshire?
Wilshire.
Oh my God. Wilshire?
We must go to the Wilshire. I think Wilshire is where Magneto's parents were murdered.
Where's Wilshire? Everybody says Wilshire. It's Wilshire. And when I try to order pizza, it's like, nobody knows the street.
The pizza is baked in Siapen.
And I say it's between Sunset and Santa Monica. They're like, you mean Wilshire? I'm like, it's Wilshire. So,
I go to my favorite pizza shop. It's on the corner of Wilshire and Wilcox.
Look, I know it's not going well, but I like you. I want you to stay in this country. I think you should marry Brad anyway.
Who's that?
Hey, what's this in the bucket? A green card? Now, are you a full-time, are you a citizen now? Or are you just
Over here, but
running from the law?
I'm running from the law. I'm running towards the law.
Ooh, taking Wilshire, I see.
And make a left on Temple 555. You guys should all go on Tuesday and assert your civil rights at the Board of Supervisors.
Hey, we don't plug our own
They
stuff on
hate
this show.
melanin rich people.
I agree with the show.
They hate melanin rich people. I always fight for you people and say, stop it. Melanin rich are being incarcerated.
The what?
as a
Wait, what
farce.
are you
She
saying?
called her melon.
What?
Now, by you people, do you mean blacks or robots? I'm not sure.
I mean people that are being falsely incarcerated because of the same thing that us do, but they get in prison, we go to rehab. That's the difference.
Were you saying melanin rich?
Well, I don't like to say black because I don't think there's black people. That's scary.
You called them melanin rich?
Wait, you don't think there's black people?
Just described me like a nursing law.
Oh my God.
Did you guys see?
That's actually the name of Willie's first comedy album. It's Melon and Rich or Die Trying.
She's a 12 years a slave conspiracy theorist. I don't think this. If you look for the clues, it didn't happen.
Patriot's glaring at you right now. Look at that.
Larry, he loves me.
Are you celebrating Nothing History Month?
It's not black. There's not such a thing as a black person. It's melanin rich. In our literature, black is associated with negative things.
So, do you call white people melanin poor?
Yes, in fact.
Really?
Yes, in fact. Or you should. What? They're also melanin rich, just not
What if
gas
she
rich.
just said the racial slurs?
What?
No, that's just reserved for albinos.
I don't discriminate against race. I discriminate against stupidity, and so that's a whole different.
That's a great answer.
I mean, race is. If you can prove to me that race is something to do with stupidity, I'll look into it. But as long as it's unrelated, somebody of any kind of like looks is completely unimportant to me.
There you go, but you gotta admit those melanin rich people.
First they takes all our jobs, then they takes all our melanin. God damn it.
Well, it's funny. We all try to look like them. We know we try to.
I love what's going
And then
on.
she just takes that charcoal and just
We all get
looks
fake
like
tans.
them.
We all try to get poofier hair. We all try to do a lot of things that they have, but then we just kind of say, oh, but they're bad. But we all try so hard, and then with man, they really try to, well, not go there, but.
I think our time is done.
Teresa, it was
Once
so...
you go melanin rich, you're one happy bitch.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the melanin rich.
Alright.
Very interesting. Wow. I mean, holy moly.
Give up for Anne Frank.
Sigmund.
I wrote this joke in my diary.
Man, those are definitely the two most interesting openers we've ever had on the show. This is like a fucking amazing start.
That was two really different types of sadness. That was great.
She really did apologize about the Holocaust for a moment. I don't know if you guys caught that, but she goes, "We are really sorry about that." That is so fucking funny to me.
Our bad.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy.
Oops, I did it again.
Oh, we really didn't mean to do that. Accident.
Did I do that?
Oh my god.
That's the melanin rich character of Steve Urkel.
Put your hands together for Mike Robertson, everybody.
Hey, thanks for having me. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna talk about college today. Anybody go to college in here? Anybody go to college? Yeah. College will make you do some stuff you never thought you would do, like stealing hot sauce from the cafeteria. And you put it in your room on your dresser like it's yours. And where you get your toilet paper from in college? Anybody? Wendy's. You get the yellow napkins, pile them up in your bathroom. College was a trip for me from the beginning, though. My dad wanted to make it a road trip, so he made my mother drive so he could get his drink on along the way. And so we had this tragedy before I got to school where basically he had to use the bathroom. He was on her nerves all the way, getting on her nerves. She wouldn't stop, so he peed into a cup. Peed into the cup, threw it out the window, and went right into the back window and hit me in the face. Bad part about it is, or the good part about it is I had on shades. Bad part is I had piss on my shades.
That was a subdued line. That was like the day the MGM line was being put to sleep.
Indigestion from that horse earlier.
But Lion-O, how do we let him know the set's over? Yarf,
Oh, there you go. Mike Robertson.
Yes, sir.
Did that really happen? The pee story?
No, that did happen actually.
Wow.
It wasn't quite as bad as it sounded. Only a few drops got on me, so I put some extras on it. But it did happen.
Felt like there was another twist coming. Like when you said the good news was I was wearing sunglasses and the bad news was I had pee on my sunglasses. I feel like that was sort of like a known thing. I was expecting that.
Yeah, everyone expected there to be pee on the side. It wasn't a twist.
I know, that was kind of on purpose because you would expect it. But,
So it's layered, I guess.
There were so many.
I don't know what to call that actually, but I knew you would know.
But there was so much useless information to get to that point. That like him being a drunk, what did that mean to the story? All these different things that you kept saying about college and all that. What did college have to do with getting piss on the face and everything? It's just like, you know, when the SATs, they always have that section where it's like circle which part isn't relevant
Right.
to the story. You should do that when writing jokes because because you got cut off, right? You didn't get to finish. Because you had so much unnecessary info.
And then also, you're expecting like what you think to be relatable is not like none of us use Wendy's napkins as toilet paper. Like, you guys know you never buy toilet paper.
There's also
You go to Wendy's. Like, no, I don't know. I've never done that.
I was also personally envious because I could never afford the amount of melanin you have.
It kind of costs, dude. It kind of costs.
So wait, you did say that you use Wendy's napkins?
No, I did. You know, like, basically when you run out of toilet paper and you're at a fast food place, you just kind of, like, get extra tissue to take home so you can have the tissue in your
I
bathroom.
mean, this is a simple fix. I don't know if it makes it much funnier, but you say I. You know what I mean? Because that's more true than you
Make it
guys
personal.
know. Yeah, make it personal.
Maybe add something about how you wouldn't need as much toilet paper if you ate something better than Wendy's.
That's true.
You
That's
use
true.
you use Twitter, so you know that there's like a character count of like you only have so much
Right.
space. Imagine trying to write that joke in a tweet. You know, like Twitter's really good because you have to try to edit yourself and get the point across. And that like I remember last time you were on stage, the same thing. You had this very elaborate story, and then it kind of just like at the very end, I was like, wait. I was just paying too much attention to this story. I didn't really get the joke.
Because the thing is, if you work really hard, you could be a great comic someday. But if you keep doing what you're doing, you could be an amazing NPR host right now.
Yeah, they're averaging about a punchline every minute, 10. So
Well, you know, I'm really like a storyteller kind of style. It's my style.
It felt
I
more
guess.
spoken word
And I'm
than
trying to
stand-up.
like.
But then play to your strengths, you know. But go to the
So I'm
mob.
trying to figure
Go-
out how to do it in a
Yeah.
minute.
But go to but don't, like, if that's your strength and that's what you're good at, then don't go to
There are
storytelling
there's
mics. Go to
storytelling
the longer
shows.
mics.
But if you want to do stand-up, then you've got to cut the fat, you know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely. What else happened when you got the piss on your face? There's piss on your sunglasses. Your face is covered in piss. What do you say to your dad? Do you say, "Dad, I'm back"?
Damn, yeah, exactly.
What really happened?
So what really happened is we were in Alabama and it was really hot, and so we had just got a new car. Unfortunately, the AC didn't work in the car.
A new car. The AC doesn't work in the middle of the summer.
in August, and going through Alabama, so it was
Oh
hot.
my God!
So that's why the
Why did
windows
you
were
pick?
down.
Why did you pick that car?
I thought you were going to say something else.
Not allowed.
Why did you pick that car?
But you know what? It was kind of cheap. It was kind of cheap.
Right.
It was cheap.
You guys might be melanin rich, but not enough to have an AC.
It was supposed to have AC, but it just didn't work.
Do you remember what kind of? Was it a Wendy's
It was
cup?
No, it was a big gulp cup.
Big gulp. Oh, the worst. That's like 72 ounces of hot piss.
And look, it's funny. He had ice in it, and the ice immediately melted.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It was like weird. It was like water.
So what did you say to your dad after the piss hit you? And was he upset that there was now piss in the back of his new car? Or did he really not care?
No, it was my car actually. It was my car, and they were helping me quote unquote drive it to college. So I had piss in my car. Really, it was like piss water in my car and on me. So I thought that was fun. It wasn't funny at the moment, but every time I tell somebody, it's like a funny story.
Well, I think
So
it was
kinda-
funnier in the moment than it is now, actually. It's sort of hard to get that story across with a bang because there's no There's nothing really coming.
And he's like, and the worst thing, he's like, I've done this joke a few times in urban rooms. I'm always heckled with, at least you had it, Dad. And then it gets really, oh God, I'm so sorry. I was raised in Florida. It comes out sometimes. I apologize.
That's funny.
Yeah. Did I just walk the Patriot?
I guess there's only enough room for one of you. That's an O? Really? Really? This chick is out of control. Mike Robertson, everybody.
All right, thanks, guys.
I love that you're on Twitter. You don't seem like the kind of guy that would be. But if you're wondering who's the King Mike Boogie, I mean, I'm sure you tried Mike Lawrence when you were getting on Twitter. That's probably the first one.
I'm so pissed about the person who has Mike Lawrence. He literally has one tweet, and it's, when are we going to go hiking, Sharon? That's it. Someone took that from me. Motherfucker.
That is so awesome. Yeah, somebody, and I believe it's like Uruguay or something, has the @KillTony. And it's just a totally different language, so I have no idea how to even ask him for it. Without, I don't know. I don't even know where he's at. Anyway, so it's just a little fun fact.
I didn't have toilet paper once in college, and I used one of those pads that chicken come on. There was no stain or anything on it, so I just went with it.
Like a puppy pad?
No, you know how like there's like if you buy raw chicken, it's always on a puppy pad, a little baby puppy pad.
Oh yeah, that's really.
It was dry.
Oh, that's
It wasn't fresh. It was like
even then. There's
You're the first
bacteria.
person to get salmonella of the butthole.
Erica Legria.
Hey guys. Alright, this is my impression of Brody Stevens as a strip club DJ. Alright guys, get out those dollar bills. Hell yeah. We got that 2-for-1 promo out there. 2 for 1, 2 for fun. Enjoy it. That's right guys, we got that promotional going on right now. It's the 5 for 3. You get 2 free lap dances. Love it and enjoying it. Yes! Alright, enjoy it. We got that ATM over there by the bar area. Hell yeah. Hot, sexy ladies out there loving it and doing it. This is Christopher Walken in Spanish. Christopher Walken in Spanish. Guys, necesito más cowbell. Más cowbell. That's it. Hey, yo te digo, no me dan nada de respeto. No respeto. I think that was Dane Cook.
Straight to the bear on that one. Straight to the bear.
Well, that was straight to the unbearable.
Well, I don't know what's worse, hearing a comedian do the 1000th Christopher Walken impression or the first Brody Stevens impression.
That was a dick sucking itself.
Yes! Loving it and doing it. Hell yeah.
But also, if you do an impression of someone so insider, you know, like not a lot of people would know who Brody is. Like, we in the room will know who it is. The impression's got to be very good.
What about Andrew Dice Clay? Hickory dickory dock, este chica chupando mi cock.
But everybody can do that. You know that?
Yeah.
That's like Mary had a little lamb in the
You're
shower.
El niño azul necesitaba el dinero.
You literally just answered the question, what if the rapper Pitbull did impressions for a living? And you guys like reggaeton impressions? This is Rodney Dangerfield sweating. Oh, what do I tell you?
Yikes. Now, are you hoping to get those impressions like of inside people to the point to where you make them famous? The person that you're doing an impression of?
You're doing a great impression of a guy who comes up on stage in a shirt that says pothead on it. That is fucking nailing it.
That is a big deal.
Did you make that yourself?
No, this is my buddy's shirt.
And my buddy is Bill Cosby, and he sounds a little like this. What's the deal with no Magusta?
The Brody Stevens one, like, even though I know who he is,
Dude,
and I
I'm
think it's
just
a bad
having
idea,
fun.
I know,
It's like, you know what I mean? I'm not taking this to Comedy Central.
I know,
Yeah,
but-
I got the bro. You know,
No,
I'm just having
but other
fun.
people want to
Relax.
do
You guys are
60
just like,
No,
you guys
no,
are all like, no, sir, you're doing it wrong. Like, who cares?
I
I'm just
know,
having
but what
fun.
I'm saying is that it was a really good club DJ voice. I mean, it was dead on as a club DJ voice. I just didn't have enough.
Everybody can do that one
The only-
wanted
The only Brody thing about it was the enjoy it, you know, the
Yeah,
catchphrase.
exactly. That's what I was saying. There was no Brody in that. There was like one or two things through the whole thing. If you're gonna do it, do it. But like that was just like a strip club DJ.
Alright,
Just
maybe
said
I should have
enjoy
got
it.
high before I did it. That's all.
Do you like this?
Wait, you're not high and you're wearing a pothead shirt? The fuck?
The real potheads of North Hollywood. I'm just representing.
Oh, Jesus. Yikes.
That's my gang.
That's your gang? Wow.
We ride bikes all around North Hollywood. We smoke weed. We jaywalk. We do a bunch of bad stuff.
Wow.
You don't want nothing to do with the real potheads of North Hollywood. We're bad dudes.
Who would have thought
We wear vests like this. They're crazy. We're nuts.
Who would have thought your last impression would be worse than the ones you did?
I love when
You got a
someone
lesbian caught in your throat, Tony.
What's that?
You heard me.
No.
What's that? Let me buy some time before I start calling you Spanish McFly.
Oh,
Settle down in the back.
Eric, you're getting scared. You signed up for this. You did
I'm scared.
impressions.
We're having fun, right? You guys are throwing stuff at me.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it back. Relax.
No, I don't need to realize. I think we all see what's
They
going
get
on.
all uptight. All of a sudden it goes back to, but excuse me, we're like the nerdy.
But what
gang."
if Jerry Seinfeld
Relax.
threw it back? What's the deal? What's the deal?
Can you do a Schwarzenegger?
Schwarzenegger? No.
Damn.
Talk about hack. All right, that's straight up.
But
Christopher
walking.
Walken is the happiest impression.
Wait a second. Did you hear my Christopher Walken? Wait, did you guys hear my Christopher Walken impression? It was like
Yes, I heard
it was
Kevin
one
Pollak's
line.
Christopher Walken
It wasn't.
impression.
It was supposed to be a joke. Guys, they threw Moss cowbell. You think that's my closing bit?
You had 60 seconds to tell comedy, and that's
Dude,
your
I'm
joke.
doing 60 seconds on a freaking podcast. All right.
Yeah, for people to hear.
So what?
That's your
Oh,
first
whoa! What
exposure.
if they hear it? Oh no! What if they don't like it?
Well, that is what's going to happen, so you should see that as a
So what's gonna
possibility.
happen? Am I gonna quit comedy tomorrow because of it? You guys are
hope
acting
so.
like this is the end all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't end up too well for you tonight. You got a little bit nervous.
Oh, I'm heartbroken, Tony. I guess this is the end of my comedy career. I should just pack up and leave LA because you said
your
so.
comedy
Christopher can start walking.
Your comedy career would have to start for it to come to an end.
All right, Tony. It'll have to come to an end, I guess.
Oh, if that impression is as good as your other impressions, I'm pretty excited that I sound like that. Erica, you're pretty much completely unbearable. There you go. Erica Lagria.
Oh, that's it?
What did you want? Feedback for your shitty impressions? All you kept saying is that we're just having fun up here, so you didn't really
So when
want
I was
any.
coming back here, you guys didn't have anything for that? You guys were
But
just...
it's not even material. You said yourself that you don't do that on stage, that you can't
And
do
then
that
you
on
were just
stage.
So I was just
around.
having
So why
fun.
would we
You guys are
help
like,
you?
oh, bash and having
But think of
fun.
all
And
the
then you
names
think
in
it's
this
gonna end my
bucket.
comedy career.
No,
Like,
you're just
seriously.
wasting everybody's fucking
you
time
guys
for
think
shit that
way
you don't
too
give a
much.
shit about.
Dude, you think way too much of this podcast. I actually think this is gonna make or break my career.
It's not, we're not saying that. You're just gonna say goodbye so other people can get on the stage and fucking
Eric, get off the stage. Everybody hates you.
Can I do my website? Oh, I guess I'm
Eric, walk off the
I guess
stage.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit comedy. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna be a big star. You see? It's gonna be a big star. I'm gonna be a huge star. I'm gonna prove you guys wrong. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be somebody. You'll see. You'll see.
Wow.
Can we
You
just...
guys.
Can we
You
just...
guys.
You're still bombing, Eric. You're still bombing.
Can we just get out the part where he farts his pants?
Yeah.
I want to apologize to Aaron Marsh and Kyle and Rashid Stevens and every other person who actually tries and fucking wants to be a comic. That was terrible.
Yikes. I'm pretty sure he just burned at least 80 bridges.
And got a sitcom on Telemundo. So there you go.
Fuck yeah. I didn't even get to make fun of the
This has been a crazy fucking episode.
Yeah.
Man, we really need some Germans up in here.
This is good.
If we only had
We need Germans to lighten up the mood and give a fun feeling.
If we only had a German to apologize for the Holocaust.
Man. It's literally been, I don't think I should marry a girl, kills the Jews, piss in my face, and Christopher Walken.
Oh, I mean, that was just the worst. I don't know. What do you think he could have done to be a little bit worse?
I think it's going to turn out that we've been dead for the last hour. It's weird when Iron Patron is the only thing I understand in this room. The only thing keeping me.
I love it that he said you guys are taking this podcast way too seriously. Like, even if it was an open mic, just a regular open mic, and this wasn't being recorded, why would you want to suck and then be proud of sucking and then not pretend like you didn't suck and just say I'm just having fun?
Yeah, and then
like
I'm just having fun isn't a defense.
Right.
Like,
yeah, it doesn't make it all right.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it seemed like he was kind of having fun. But he was.
Wasn't all the screaming?
He did kill with himself. I'll give him that.
And that weird crying thing at the end where you try to make it funny by like, oh, that was a joke, but it's like there's a part of that that's real. And I know because it happens sometimes where like you just fail so terribly at something that you try to like exit on a joke, which you kept trying to do over and over again, but there's no real good exit after all that.
The
Except
back
exiting.
yeah, that was a good.
Your next comedian, who knows what's going to happen? This is a new name, I do believe. I don't believe that he or she has been on the show before. Eli Jacobson, everybody.
You know what this means? Iron
Blacklisted.
I don't know what to do. I would have done that earlier. I thought he was going to get black.
Fuck yeah, double.
I feel like Eli Jacobson was just going to be that guy, but in a cocaine t-shirt.
Fuck yeah, Patriot, you finally put the black in Blacklisted.
I just want to. How great would it be if that guy was Philip Seymour Hoffman's dealer, so you could hate him on 2 different levels? Oh, shut the fuck up! Come on. Too late.
I love how you kept trying to guess what I was going to make fun of him as. You know, call me a Spanish Marty McFly. It's like, no. Put your hands together for Jay Light.
Not much fault with that one. Here we go.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you. I'm a swimming teacher, and it's a pretty good job, except sometimes it's real weird. One of my kids that I teach lessons to, he almost drowned. That's why his parents bought him the lessons. And it's really hard to teach a 2-year-old how to swim when he's already seen death. He does not care. I can't imagine raising this kid. Hey, what are you coloring there, sport? Huh? Oh, this is just all black. Yeah, Daddy, like the void. So, like, I felt bad for the kid, and then he pooped on me. I didn't feel bad after that. He had what we in the biz call an accidental release of feces, or an ARF. Much less cute than it sounds. I can't be mad at the kid. He's literally scared shitless by the water. I get it. I just wish there were other things he knew he could be afraid of, you know? 60% of you is made of water. You're going to have to deal with it a lot in your life. The energy's thin, kid. Get it together.
Oh, perfect time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What do you guys got?
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Before you, Eli Jacobson had the set of the night. So, that was good, man.
Tough to follow, Eli.
super tough.
What happened in the beginning of that joke?
Oh, I tried to say something about how fucking weird it was beforehand, but I fumbled the words.
No, I mean like the first part of the joke.
Oh, the first part of the joke?
Poop in the water, or what? Wait, what happened?
He almost drowned.
He almost drowned.
Right.
That's why I had to teach him the lessons. Like, his parents hired me after that.
So what was all black he was because he was dead?
Yes.
You probably should say blue or something. Because I had no idea what you were saying black. It's like when you drown, you don't turn black. It's usually like blue, right?
Well, I was I don't know. I guess I was trying to think. Like,
He's talking
imagine
about
the kid.
You said the drawing. And
The
you
drawing
just,
was
you were
black.
just,
That's
just
what he
circles, black circles. I get that.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Thank you.
It was a lot refreshing than the other guy. That was already in when he said swim
What if
coach.
Christopher Walken said that then?
There's a kid in the pool, and
Oh my God, guys, what's doing?
The Iron Walking.
Yeah.
But were you having fun on stage though?
what if Al
feels like you weren't having
Pacino was
fun
a
up
swim
there.
teacher?
Not having
Hoo-ha, swim, Johnny!
Like legitimately, I would say I like the confidence. You have the cadence. You're making eye contact with us. It's like you look like you're comfortable up there. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, you're very comfortable on stage. I mean, jokes could be a little punchier. Maybe that'll come in time and just. But yeah, you look comfortable.
How often have you been doing it in that 5 years?
Well, really, I've been like focusing on it for about 3. The first 2 was like a wash because of the first 2 like theory years and not being able to get up a ton of places.
I think once the writing becomes sharper, because the comfort you have is like the hardest, one of the hardest things about stand-up. Writing is probably what needs to follow.
Because like the word, like the ARF joke, like you just took an acronym and then said it. There wasn't a punch there.
Right.
Right.
And I also, I get, maybe it was just me, but I sort of didn't get any of the punchlines. I didn't get the black thing. I didn't get the part before that. I think there was one. I mean, I don't know. I guess, yeah, they definitely need to have like some crisp. I don't even really know what the main frame of that. What was the front end of that joke about swimming lessons?
It's really
Like,
hard
what was the beginning of it?
It's really hard to teach a kid how to swim when he's already seen death.
So he did die? He was
He almost
officially
died.
dead.
He almost died.
Right.
Almost did.
Well, there's a joke right there that you could, like, I teach I teach swimming lessons to 2-year-olds, so more like try not to drown lessons or something like that, And like if you're 2 and you almost drown, isn't that closer to near birth experience?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's also like you've had your hands on more wet 2-year-olds than Jerry Sandusky or anything. I mean, you gotta just use what you have, I mean, think about it.
Honestly, one of the weirdest things about teaching a 2-year-old is because you have to like hold them up in the water and you have to be touching their butt the entire time and like around. It's super weird. And
There's probably a lot of pee in that pool too. That
A
you
lot of
talked
pee.
about, yeah.
A lot, and there was when the kid pooped, there was poop in the pool. We had to vacate. It's weird. Gross.
Talk about that shit. Talk about poopies.
There you go. Jay, that was comedy, so I wanted to, there you go. So he's @GuyatJ on Twitter. It was almost interesting having just a completely sane person up there.
It's comforting. Thank you for saving us, lesbian Harry Potter. Thank you so much.
Fuck yeah. Let's keep the fun train moving along. Here we go. Anything can happen. It's, Armando Anto.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I was born and raised in France, and after all this time, I still don't look French. And that's because my parents come from a touristic place called the Middle East. And, well, it's interesting because since I started stand-up, people tell me that because of my French accent, I kind of sound gay. And because of my face, I kind of look like a terrorist. And it's not very attractive to be a gay terrorist. So it's not something that's working very well. Anyway, I I took a lot of classes to improve my accent, and as you can hear, it worked very well. And but I found a new way to improve my accent, and it's called drinking. Alcohol is the solution, especially when the audience is more shit-faced than I am, but that never happens. And there's still some words that I can't. All right.
You know what? This is one of those weird instances where I actually want to hear the end of it. So, what instances?
No, well, I'm a violin teacher, and so when I teach the violin, I have a
Wait,
hard
what?
time.
Violin.
Oh, okay.
Violin teacher,
Okay.
and so I have a hard time pronouncing some words, and they really sound like shit when I say it.
Uh-huh.
So, like when I ask a child to concentrate, I would tell him like, "All right, Jonathan, would you please focus?" And that always sounds bad, you know.
Francisco Ramos' ears are burning.
Yeah, that is. That's a French Cisco Ramos.
French Cisco Ramos.
When you say you don't look French, you're wearing like
Yeah, you're wearing
you're wearing a
Right
beret.
shirt and everything.
Yeah.
Can you mime out your jokes?
Yeah, you look
Like a
so
French terrorist.
Yeah. Super French.
It's like French Fahim.
That's like if the Dark Patriot came up and was like, you know, I look nothing like a superhero. You're wearing the costume. I mean, the striped short sleeve
Yeah,
T-shirt.
you're dressed very French.
Yeah.
All right, that excites you?
No.
No,
it's just
no. But you do a joke saying where you don't look French.
everybody's so
Well, you won't tell me.
defensive.
You won't tell me that I have a face of a French guy.
Well, you do because you have a beret on.
But it's confusing.
That was really American. You know?
Nobody that's not French wears their hat
Anyone,
like that.
anyone who's American, anyone who's American who wears that tilts it to the forward and sings for Smash Mouth. So
Definitely not American. So,
How long have you been in America?
well, I've been traveling a lot for the last 10 years, but yeah, I left France 10 years ago.
Heck yeah.
So,
France 10 years ago. And you lived there all the way up before
Uh-huh.
that, right?
Yeah.
Born there.
yeah,
And what kind of Middle Eastern are you?
Persian.
Interesting. Persian and French.
That's delightful.
Yes. Interesting.
So, nothing to.
I mean, there were definitely. I mean, obviously, this is your second language and you're learning, and I could feel like at times there were some barriers with that of communication, of wordplay and all that. Well, I'm just being honest. Like
Okay.
the way like you would say things factually, but not in a complete funny, punchy way. Like
All right.
with the joke about the audience and I'm drunken, they are not, and but like.
That's how I sound?
I'm not good at impressions, which we've learned is a good thing tonight. Actually, a bad thing. But I felt like at times there was some kind of a distance, and the more you do it, I mean, I applaud you. I can't speak any other language.
Yeah, it's very impressive that that in your second language, and same with you. Like I don't even know how you do that, but I think it just comes from a reps thing because the syntax of what you're trying to say, just the more you get it down pat.
I have a question for you because you guys do stand-up comedy.
Uh-huh.
I've done a set last Wednesday in this exact same room.
Mm-hmm.
There were about 100 people. Not stand-up comedians, normal drunk people. And I did my 6-minute show and it killed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm lost because, well, I bring my violin normally in my set.
Your violin.
Yeah.
Did you play that last week?
Yeah, I did.
How much of the 6 minutes was the violin?
45 seconds?
Did you open with it or close with it?
Both.
The sandwich.
So you did 22
But,
and a half.
but if you see the video, like it's through 6 minutes, it's just laugh and laugh after, and it was great. And every time I go to an open mic or something with stand-up comedians, expecting the punchlines and everything, it's just so different.
Let me tell you why. Because a belly room bringer show on an average night, this is like a special format of a show that takes place in this room. Normally, the shows here, the audience are filled with the biggest idiots in the world. Because they got dragged here by their friends.
That's the answer.
Their friends who work in restaurants with them and stuff.
It's a very easy and supportive room.
Yeah, they're trying to laugh to help their friends out, have fun, trying to be supportive and stuff. So you get a little weird audience there.
That's what comedy can be. This is what comedy is.
and then another question is like I will watch like Louis C.K. and I'm laughing my ass off, and then I will watch another comedian and I'm just not finding it that funny.
Right.
I might find you guys way more funny than they are, but you're like, so what's that? They have their own audience.
Everyone has their own taste.
Yeah. It's always that way. Not everybody's always going to like everybody. Everybody's different, and so are the comedians. So it's all about finding your own little people that you like. Nobody has the exact same top 10 comedian list.
And the thing is too, because I noticed at times, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you were nervous or you would expect a reaction, and then there would be like kind of a sigh.
That's exactly that.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, it happens all the time. But the thing is, you should be performing as if you're on that belly room show all the time.
Right, and that's what the open mics are good for, is by burning away that fuel of, oh, shit, they didn't laugh at that. Like, that's exactly what you want to get used to.
Yeah, don't give up on us. Let us give up on you.
And a lot of comics, will avoid shows where you'll get those sighs, or not everybody's going to like, they just want to do those bringer shows, where they're going to get a ton of laughs. But you're not going to get good if you're just being rewarded all the time. You need to have these, you need to fall.
Oh yeah, I get it. It's going like that all the time.
Yeah, but that's comedy. Even
Totally. How long have you been doing stand-up for?
3 months.
This is exciting. I think, my favorite part of that set, by the way, and I don't even know whether you were trying to be sarcastic or not, but was when you said, I've been taking French classes, and as you can tell, they work.
Yeah, of course it's sarcastic.
Right. But it actually is true at the same time. I mean, I can't imagine, like Fahim said, I mean, a second,
it's my third.
This is the hardest thing to do, in my opinion, with a normal language, to be able to change timing and cadence and beats and everything, especially just the words. It seems like fucking nightmare. Like if my final...
It's like if we had to do stand-up in French.
Right. Impossible.
Then you would just tear us to shreds.
Impossible.
Yeah, you should talk more about that, like just about being French and stuff like that, instead of I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Just talk about whatever you want to, because sometimes people will be like, "Hey, talk about being Afghan," and I don't want to talk about that shit.
Yeah,
right.
So just talk about whatever you want, but I think just get up more.
Yeah,
and then it'll just wash away the nervousness.
All right, thank you guys.
Totally. Yeah, definitely. Stick with it, man. Armando Anto. You gave me your email instead of your Twitter handle.
Because I don't do Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, we won't put that out there because you don't want anybody fucking with you.
No, you don't want.
Very good. Interesting. Fucking violin player, French, Arabic. Interesting. I love that. All right, there's Armando Anto. Let's get somebody else in here. How you guys doing? You having fun? Put your hands together for Adam Patterson.
Fahim, I want to apologize to the Afghanis. I was in the military. All right, bumper stickers, guys. We really got to think about these bumper stickers because you guys are putting these causes that are near and dear to your hearts on your bumpers. And then you're driving around like assholes. I was driving behind a guy for 30 minutes with this free Tibet bumper sticker. I don't know where Tibet is. I can't even point it out on a map. But I want to fucking bomb Tibet by the end of the time. He's texting and driving. He's all over the road. I think I'm going to start a driving school where you have a driver's test. And based on your driver's score, you're awarded a bumper sticker. All the shitty drivers can get a Cheney 2016 bumper sticker. All the good drivers get the Coexist bumper stickers. And then I think the world will be a better place. All right, that's all I had.
Interesting. You just started stand-up.
I just started in December.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
Saying you were in the military and then talking about bombing Tibet makes me think that you could.
It's funny because I'm anti-war after it was cool. You know what I mean?
You've always wanted to do stand-up.
And you earned it, yeah.
Yeah, so I served and I saw the whole thing's a sham. Now I'm anti-war.
That's fucking exciting. Yeah, there we go.
You've always wanted to do stand-up.
Do you have bits about that? Because that's
It's not
an
really
interesting
funny.
perspective.
It's not really funny. It's kind of sad.
I've noticed
Kinda
that.
angry.
I've noticed that time and time again. Ever since I started comedy, I've noticed that it is probably the hardest thing. I've seen religion jokes kill. I've seen so many. There's something so hard to make military. I've been in the military jokes.
Yeah, but once you have the cred of, no, I was there, then you're allowed to because it's your perspective.
Yeah, and I understand that you want to talk about things specific that are unique to yourself in comedy. You know what I mean? Like bumper stickers. I'm sure that somebody has something similar to that joke out there. You know, I've never heard it.
Right.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what. I knew that. You're in it to win it. The fact that you made that Afghani Fahim joke right from the top. I mean, that's like. That's sort of like pro shit, you know what I mean? You acknowledge something that with you and your background, where right the direction you were going in, which is the military, you made the sorry about the Afghanis, and then you were in, and then you're playing with fire. I could tell that you're brand new by how fast you're going.
yeah, well, I was pacing up and down Sunset trying to get my minute in.
Right.
My original material was about automatic toilets.
Ooh, interesting.
Well, I couldn't get it under a minute, so I was like, fuck it, you know, we'll do
Right.
something else. You know what I mean? But I'm actually going to be in a documentary about drones, and I'm speaking out against it on Vice.
And yeah, the bumper.
So you saw drones in person. You saw them.
I actually worked as a contractor
Right.
for a drone program after that, and then about after 2009, when I was removed from it, I started questioning it and started reading up on stuff and started getting different perspectives, people that are in Pakistan. And, you know, it's just like, what if the Chinese invaded the United States and started kicking in our doors? I would take up a weapon, I'd shoot them. You know what I mean? So it's similar to there, you know what I mean?
There you go.
Maybe there's a joke right
Yeah, exactly. No, there is. That works. That's the type of stuff. I mean, if you want to go that, if you wanted to go that direction, you could. But you can also, you know.
There's something so appropriate about him following the French guy. Like, we do American things up here.
Right.
Surrender to my punchlines.
I'll be in France in 2 weeks. I'm going to Lyon, actually.
Oh.
And leaving in a fucking crater.
Just pleasure. What are you doing in France?
Just, to visit a friend.
That's
Learn how to play the
awesome.
violin.
Fuck yeah. Adam, you just started in December, and I fucking love your style. I mean, I could tell that you're in it to win it, and that you're probably going to be doing this for a long time. So congratulations.
Yeah.
I hope you come back. Next time you're on Let's Hear About Automatic Toilets. Come back again soon. That's Adam Patterson. Follow him on Twitter at The Patterson. Unlike our heads of security, this guy's an actual patriot. So, I mean, come on, you're wearing a pajama costume for a sixth grader.
Hey, I'm trying, man.
Oh, Red Band, it's not on you. That's all Amazon Prime, by the way.
That's the saddest thing I've seen in shoulder pads since the Denver Broncos.
I give that joke a Seahawks 75 points.
I was at that Super Bowl.
You were at that
Seahawks.
Super Bowl. That's right.
You dub shirt, man.
Wow.
I Wikipedia'd football to tell that joke.
Well, as many of you know, every episode we have two regulars that go on. They always bring a new minute every single week, and this week's no different. Put your hands together for your first of our two regulars, Kimberly Congdon, everybody. Yes. From out of Florida, the University of Florida.
Hi guys. So I was thinking the other day. I was walking and a guy walked by me. I was wearing some leggings and he got a hard on. And then I got to thinking, boners are flattering. You know, it's like they're saying, "I choose you." Do you guys remember being really young and like doing some like Christmas performance at school and looking out and seeing your dad in the crowd and he gave you one of these? It's like the same thing, except it knows you inside out. Right? One of my favorite hobbies is watching my high school friends fluctuate in weight via social media. You know, it makes you feel good. Because, okay, so people have friends that commit suicide and they always say, you know, they didn't show signs. I had no idea. People show signs that they're giving up on life. Like, girls become Mary Kay consultants, and guys get tattoos that say blessed.
There you go. And you have
comes after that.
No, she has a minute about blessed tattoos. So that would roll. Okay. I already had some ideas. What was the first premise that you talked about?
Boners?
That's right.
Boners are flattering.
Okay, I didn't understand that ending part. I think there's a little bit of something there with the flattering thing. Like it's almost like, I don't know.
The boner knows you inside out.
It's like a compliment.
Yeah, I didn't get the inside out thing.
There's something funny too in the fact that like what if you're flattered by it, but then you realize that it just happens all the time, or it's for everything but you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's not hard to get hard.
Yeah, I thought of that too, but you know.
Maybe that's exactly how it is. Like
I mean, I saw Philomena last week, and Judi Dench started crying, and I was kind of aroused. You know,
Judi Dench. I can't come without watching Judi Dench crying.
Damn right.
She cries in every movie.
And I get hard.
And you come in every movie.
Only 6 minutes in Shakespeare in Love, but it lasted 12. So.
And then the second part is the premise that I like the most. I think that makes sense coming from you. That sounds like something that the young female comedian who just dropped out of college would talk about, is watching your friends fluctuate in weight on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I have, I was going to add at the end of that, I talked about how the girls that were really hot in high school, they peaked too early, and like they wasted their sexy on getting fingered. You know, like, but like there's still the same hotness, but like it just never increased. They just got really hot in high school. You know those girls are like hot in high school, but just stayed that high school hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been to Applebee's, if that's what you're asking.
Exactly.
Maybe their Facebook movies, like a hot dog eating contest without the hot dogs or something like that.
Maybe.
It's definitely something. Yeah,
It's a good premise that can be mined for.
Yeah.
Totally, exactly. And I can't really think of much right now, but like
I
it's
thought-
almost like when you read their status update, they could put whatever they want as their status update, but you're looking at their profile pic and that says 185.
Their fattest update.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Or just look at everything and analyze Facebook and figure out where the fat joke is.
Yeah.
Whether it's fucking, damn it. Oh, I can just feel it being close. There's so much there.
Iron Blackie it, or whatever, what's it?
And I don't feel so bad now.
Did you have something
Melon
that,
Rich Adrian.
did you have something to add to it?
Well, I knew what she was saying about the fluctuating weight. I thought she was going to get more like detective about how she comes to that conclusion, like status updates and like all the pictures and you having family and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Thank you.
And maybe like maybe the pictures aren't of spring break in a bikini, but
Well, all the pictures start being from shoulder up. You notice, like throughout the town.
Or there you
It's
go.
just, like, less
Exactly.
Bottom and more top.
Yeah, that's got to be in the front end
The
of it.
angles are all the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Profile pic is a baby, their kid.
Yeah.
Right. But when they were in high school or college or whatever, it was their full body pic or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot there.
Yeah.
Kimberly Congdon, everybody. She's on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon. This girl's writing a new minute each week. I don't even know how they do it.
Yeah.
Put your hands together for the always fun, always goofy. It's Sarah Weinshank, everybody.
I ate a Rice Krispie treat a few days ago. Mind-boggling. Who thought of these? What type of psychotic genius, guys, thought to mix Rice Krispies with melted marshmallows? Takes a special mind, that's for sure. I imagine it was like a poor college student that was stoned. Nothing was in their kitchen except for some marshmallows left over from Thanksgiving yams and a box of Kellogg's Rice Krispies. And he had this genius idea to melt down these mallows, if you will, and make them into an adhesive, much like Elmer's glue. And he did, or she did, and I'm thankful for him, you know? And what the hell? Okay, let me tell you this. Try to eat a Rice Krispies treat, and have your gums not bleed. It is so, the terrain of a Rice Krispie treat, guys, it is rocky.
Interesting that it would make your gums bleed. I was with you on everything up until that point.
Yeah, I thought of that like 5 minutes ago, threw it in there, and I'm full of regret about it.
Is it
like, no, my gums have never bled, but I feel like it could.
It could have been like if they started off with grape nut treats first, or you know, some other cereals first. Like he didn't just go right to Rice Krispies. He tried out a.
Yeah, well, then I wanted to do this thing about like Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the three guys, like being pissed off about Rice Krispie treats because they don't want their like respective sounds to not come out because of like the marshmallow coating. But I was like, is that too far? Like, is that too far?
You went with gums bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Rice Krispie treats. There's like Snap, Crackle, Pops like cum sock almost or something like that.
That's the thing is that when you when you say that like you know your gums have never bled and that you don't even really know if people's have, but you said your gums always bleed in the jokes. If you're using like a generality and an absolute,
Right.
then it has to be.
Well, like, okay, I've eaten a Rice Krispie treat before, and they're like kind of like rough and rocky, and like they have hurt my gums. So I said that they bled, but that was an exaggeration, and
So you lied to us.
yeah, I basically lied to you guys.
I love the premise. It fits with everything else you're doing. I love the malo, if you will. All that goofy stuff that you do that makes you you, that defines you. That was all in there. It can definitely be punched up. Great premise. Great job.
I'm curious, though. This is my first time seeing you. How long have you been doing stand-up?
3 years.
3 years. And then it's like you do a character kind of on stage. Because you talking to us is very different than your cadence when you do stand-up.
Yeah, like it's how I feel, but when I'm having a bad day.
It's like Holtzman, but female.
Or like Sebastian, you
Yeah.
know, the way Sebastian talks off stage isn't the way he is on stage. So I'm just,
No, yeah, it is.
it's interesting to me because I
Totally.
just know me on stage, but then there's some people who do characters and it works.
That's why I
And you
think her and Kimberly balance each other out. Kimberly's definitely the
more her like
right. And
I was confused because you started off like really indignant and angry about the Rice Krispie treat and why it exists, but then you're like, but I'm thankful for it. So which side?
Yeah, I know.
Are you pro
I
Rice
contradicted
Krispie treat
myself.
or anti?
I'm just actually confused by Rice Krispie treats in general. Like, what the
Well,
fuck
then
are
have
they?
that be the joke.
yeah,
Yeah.
get into that more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Sarah Weinshank, she's at Princess Shank on Twitter, at Kimberly Condon on Twitter. They're both going to be at the La Jolla Comedy Store Saturday, March 1st with us. Thank you guys so much. At the Mike Lawrence, anything coming up that you want to promote? You, Fahim Anwar, at Fahim Anwar?
I got nothing. Just follow me on Twitter.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm at Mike Lawrence Comedy is my website, and the Mike Lawrence, and yeah, I'm around. And we're all gonna get stabbed to death by the impression guy.
The Dark Patriot was Willie Hunter. That's at the Willie Hunter Show.
Will Hunter Show.
At Will Hunter Show, one of my funniest friends. At Josh Martin Comic, always helping us out. Thank you so much, everybody. Right, Ben?
Yeah, stay tuned for the longest, hilarious, most amazing, coolest show ever, the Ding Dong Show.